Everybody, Laura LaCava here, hoping that you have a few minutes to spare to listen to a story. So the story I'm going to tell you is my story. Now, I am happily married to my husband David, and together we have 5 kids and 2 crazy boxers that you might hear or see running around in the back. So one thing I've learned as I've gotten older is I'm happier. And it's not because, hey, I'm aging, this is great, I love getting old. It's more because as I get older, I learn the things that do make me happy in life, and I apply those, and I've learned to basically get rid of the toxic things and to not focus on the negative. So anyway, it took me a long time to learn this. I wasn't always so happy in life. I wasn't per se a negative person, but I would catch myself going down that road if I wasn't careful. So rewind about 20 years, I was in my 20s, and they weren't actually the happiest times in my life. Not even close, to be honest with you. I did have a few very magical, happy moments. I had my daughter. I got my first boxer. I am a huge fan of boxer dogs, like crazy boxer lady. And then I went through a pretty long, crappy, drawn out divorce. And that, in short, sucked. And it taught me a lot of life lessons I didn't necessarily want to learn at that time, but didn't have a choice. So towards the end of my 20s, I decided I needed to do something that was going to be beneficial and support my daughter as a single parent, but as I needed to also be able to see her still and do something that was, going to fulfill myself as well. So I'm like, growing up, all I ever wanted to do was be a rock star when I grew up. And since I lack every ounce of musical talent, that's kind of out the window. So on to plan B. I decided it was either down to culinary or nursing. And since I love to cook, I'm like, well, I could do that. I love that. And I was good at it, but then I also thought, well, it's going to take a while to establish myself, and the hours really aren't that great for children. So I decided to go with nursing, which was a lot more flexible. I love to help people, and by the end of my 20s, I had graduated nursing school, I passed my boards, and I met my current husband. So things were really starting to look up, and I was happy again. And by 30, I had my second daughter, Olivia, and I was working full-time as a nurse, and I was loving life. Things were great. And so, a few years down the road, David and I lived together. We had, with my 2 kids, and his 3 kids, and our dogs. We both had a boxer at the time, and I was happy, I was liking it, but I was really unhealthy, and I didn't realize it, and I was just really tired. And things got a little tough with his business when, the depression era not depression, but recession, that hit. And we had to really, learn what to do. So I started working more and more and more, and I burnt myself out. And I was so unhealthy, and I was just not as happy with my own sense of self as I was, for a while there. So as his business started to regrow and get bigger and bigger, I started transitioning out of the nursing and more into the administrative role of his business to help him run things. So that started coming, really good, and was really, working out for both of us. And it also allowed me to have more free time. And don't mind me, I'm cooking dinner here. I told you this is going to be a quick video. And so it allowed me more free time to be able to be with my family and to do the things I loved in life, and to work out again, and to eat healthier, to focus on health. And in that time, we both really like a clean house. So I would clean and clean and clean. One thing I always did was clean like crazy with bleach. I was Clorox queen, top to bottom, everywhere it needed to be bleached. And then I liked the house to smell nice, so I would Yankee Candle all over the house. So after I lit about 4 Yankee candles after bleaching everything, I'd go around, and you would think that I would feel better, but I'd end up with this awful headache, and that headache seemed to last for a couple of years. And seriously, it got to the point where I was like, God, something's gotta not be right. And on top of this, I'm like, as I clean so much, and we're all eating better, and I'm exercising more, yet we still get sick a lot, and I'm like, something's not right here. So last year, David and I went away for our anniversary, and we went to the Dominican, and we drank a lot of rum, and we ate a lot of food. And one thing I never had during that vacation was a headache, which was crazy because I drank a lot of rum, like I said. And I got home, and all that eating and drinking for an island on a week really caught up to my digestive system and my overall health, and my headaches, they started right back in. I'm like, God, I must be allergic to Massachusetts. So I think I need to go live on the island. But that wasn't really feasible, so I was ready to make a doctor's appointment and see what was going on, have a full workup done, see if I could meet with a neurologist, because I'm like, something's totally not right in my head. And I mean, I'm not in the non-crazy way. So anyway, I see a post from my friend Kristen regarding these magical oils. I say magical, I mean magical. I'm like, yeah, what do I got to lose, really? I don't really like taking things, and I've been living off of Excedrin migraine for, a couple of years now. You'd find them all over the place. I had like stockpiling them, and frankly, I was afraid I was going to end up with a GI bleed from it. So I decide, I'm going to give these a shot. And when I go into something, I go all in. And I decide I jump way down that rabbit hole of living toxic free. I'm like, this is great. I go through and I clear everything in my house out. I'm like, no good. It's toxic. It's chemicals. I don't like this. I'm not going to have this in my house anymore. So I get rid of all my candles. I had a ton of them. Got rid of all of them, and got rid of all my cleaning crap. Got rid of the bleach. And I just strictly used thieves, and I diffused, and I cleaned, and I diffused, and about a week later, I'm like, God, I don't have a headache. Like, seriously, no headache. I was like, this is insane. I can't believe how awesome this stuff is. So I'm feeling great. I'm eating healthier. I'm loving, I'm starting to use some of the vitality oils in my cooking. I'm like, oh my God, the flavor of these is insane. And I'm noticing as, time progresses, no one's getting sick in my house. I'm like, ding, light bulb goes off. I'm like, all these chemicals that I'm using to keep my house clean and safe and sanitized, I think we're making us sick. I'm like, this is insane. So I, feeling much better, and I decide at this point, I'm like, what's this, great red juice in my sample in my kit? I was a little hesitant because I'm like horribly picky with food and drink. So I was like, I don't know how this is going to taste, but it's really good for you. So I read all the benefits about the Ningxia Red. I try it, one shot, I'm hooked. So 10 months later, I drink 2 ounces every day, minimum. I can say that this year I did not have the least bit of sickness, little sniffles from allergies, as they were pretty bad this late spring. But other than that, not one sickness. And in fact, nobody in my house got sick this year, which sounds bananas, I know, but honest truth. So, and the fact that I like to give and like to share with people, I'm like, I can't hold this amazing stuff all to myself. So a few months after I bought my kit, I know I'm time back and forth, but sorry, that's how my brain's working right now. I decide, I'm going to share this, going to have a party, and I start sharing, and I start sharing, and I start sharing, and I can't help myself. I share with people at the butcher shop, at the post office. I don't care where it is. I talk to you about oils any second I can get, because, they changed my life. Young Living Oils changed my life, as well as all the rest of their products have, and they have opened up this other realm of possibility to have a business. And the fact that I can work that and work with my husband is created the best stress-free environment that one could ask for. No, not always stress-free, because again, I work with my husband, so has its moments. Anyway, that's my story. We are currently here, living happy, healthy, and toxic-free, and loving every minute of it. So if you ever have any questions, please give me a call. Have a great night.